Hi everybody, I hope you guys are all doing well on this fine Saturday afternoon. Today I'm going to be painting a landscape picture for you guys. I'm going to be using watercolor, and the painting is going to be on a sketchbook, and the sketchbook is from Bluepine Arts. I love this sketchbook just because it's handmade and the paper is amazing. If you guys have never used Bluepine art material such as the sketchbooks, you guys should definitely check it out, just because I believe the quality is super good. Anyways, I'm gonna try to post a picture up on the corner here so that you guys can see what my reference picture is like. So yeah, let's get started. So I have a blank paper here. I usually like to paint wet on wet when I start. So the brushes that I'll be using is a long round brush. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Probably not. And then I'm gonna also be using this brush, a round brush, to use as a well, I actually use that to pick up water and cover more surface area rather than the smaller one, because then by the time I try to fill the paper with water, it kind of dries up. So with watercolor you have to kind of work really quickly. And if you guys hear dog noises, sorry, it's my neighbor's dogs. They have 3 little Shih Tzu and sometimes they go crazy. So I'm gonna actually start off by kind of outlining where my tree and kind of like where the land will be. So just across like this. I don't know if you guys could see it. I'm trying to make it as light as possible so that when I paint it with watercolors, you guys don't see the actual pencil line. So it's kind of gonna be like I think it's like an evening sunset kind of landscape, or it could be a sunrise, but it has a really beautiful rich reddish purple and orange glow. Okay, so I have the line, so this is going to be where my land and trees are going to kind of come off from. So what I'm going to do is first I have a little jar of water, a cute little jar that I found at the dollar store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually prepare my colors before I wet the watercolor. So I'm going to actually show you guys my palette. So we need orange. So I'm going to take some orange and just put it over here. You know, I always reuse my watercolors. I never actually wipe them away because I feel like the leftovers can be used for other things, especially if you're like a nature drawer or painter. Actually painter, so a lot of these like leftover colors can be helpful when you're painting landscapes, trees, leaves, flowers, and whatnot. But anyways, let's take some pink over here. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna take this one here. I think this is Quinacradone Rose. Just gonna mix it in here with this. So just keep mixing it until you get kind of like a dark reddish orangey. Okay, that's a little too much orange there. kind of like to get my paint set up before I actually do the wash, just because that way I'm working fast, because with watercolors you have to work fast or else your paint or your paper will kind of dry off and then you'll have a hard time with the paint moving around. So I am back with a fresh batch of water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just wet this whole paper with water. I know that some people like to put tape around the edges to make it kind of crisp and neat. I often don't like to do that, just because I kind of like an organic appearance to the watercolor. I liked the uneven edges and just the natural aspect of not being so perfect, because I believe watercolor is fluid and it's kind of a medium that's meant to be unperfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of the paint and I'm going to start just dabbling it around over here. Kind of want to fill all the parts that are in the picture. A nice soft wash. And if you see some paint going off into the edge, you can always wipe it. And you got the bottom here, because it's going to be a reflection, so you kind of need to fill this one too. Don't be afraid to put water on your paper. Paint on your paper. And take some orange and put it over here. Some clouds over here. Okay, so let's do some clouds up here. I took some purple and just put them over here just because it's a little darker. Nice dark clouds up here. And just put some down here so that the reflection shows the clouds up there. Some more clouds up here. Some here. If you have too much water on your brush, you can always wipe it off. If you want to go back and put some pink mixed with orange here. Honestly, guys, I'm so bad at remembering names. I think it's Quinacradone Rose, and I forgot what the orange name was, but I will definitely list it down below for you guys to see. Kind of want to make this a little dark. So these are pretty dark clouds. I'll make sure that it's as dark as the picture. You don't actually have to follow the reference picture. You can kind of adjust it to how you like it. But I think that's pretty good for my clouds. I'm gonna kind of fill this here because this is like a bush area. Make it a little darker. Hope you guys could see this. Mix some orange in there as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my smaller round brush to do some of the grass. So there's just long grass here. We need to be a little bit more darker. Okay. That was a little too dark, but that's okay. Accidents happen. It's all about trial and error with watercolors. You just kind of want to be really light-handed with these because you want to make it as natural as possible. And in the real world, grass are not even, especially longer grass. So I tend to have a really light hold like this and just kind of work my way in that sense. So we pretty much have the bottom layer here done. Just gotta work on it after, and this one's a little thick. It's okay, we can fix it later. Now we're gonna make the actual wand over here. Just make a nice little line over the pencil line that you did earlier, or that I did earlier. You guys are more than welcome to join me in painting this. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but you know, feel free to do what I'm painting or paint your own. This should be relaxing to you guys from all this crazy stuff happening out there. It's a little wet over here, so just gonna kind of make tree silhouettes for now, and then afterwards I'm gonna kind of come in and make it a little bit more defined, but this kind of gives it that soft look. That's the beauty about watercolor. It has the ability to give you soft looks if you know how to work it. Okay, so I'm gonna actually let this dry and then come back to you guys. Okay, so the paint is actually dry now, so we can now go ahead and add the next layer on top of it. So with watercolors, you kind of have to build colors upon colors. So you should start off by a light wash and then, you know, go from light to dark, just because when you make a mistake, you can always kind of fix it when you're starting off light. But when you start off dark, it's really hard to fix it afterwards. Okay, so let's go in and get our colors. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go over this. That's kind of our land, and then the trees are gonna kind of build off from that. Okay, so for the trees, I'm just gonna make evergreens. you know, they're gonna be in all shapes and sizes, just because Mother Nature is never perfect. You know, some trees are gonna be taller and others are gonna be short. Some are gonna be off in the far end back, and some are gonna be more close. I'm pretty much using the same color for the land and the trees, just because it's a lot dark. It's supposed to be kind of a darker, or like a sunset, or I think it's a sunset scene, so you won't be able to see all the colors of the landscape. I'm gonna kind of wet this here so that it kind of blends in, because I don't really like that sharp edge. Be very light, just because you don't want to be too sharp. I feel like watercolors, I mean, everybody's style is different, but I prefer softer edges. Okay, so let's go back to the trees. I know when you're starting off, the trees are a little bit hard, even though they look simple. Anyways, guys, I hope this is relaxing for you guys. I think I'm gonna end up purchasing a microphone so that you guys could hear the actual paint kind of rubbing against the paper. Let me know in the comments below if this is actually relaxing. Like, my goal is to literally relax you guys in a world full of craziness right now. I hope you guys are staying safe indoors with all this health issues going on. Sorry guys if you're hearing talking noises besides me. It's probably my neighbors upstairs. I probably should have filmed this early in the morning when everybody was asleep, but unfortunately I didn't. So now you can hear my neighbors. If I'm going off screen, guys, it's because I'm getting more paint on my brush. I need to actually also need to get a better tripod so that you guys can see my palette as well. So as you guys can see the trees here. Sometimes I end up making them all the same size or the height same, and it shouldn't be that way just because, like I said before, trees never grow at the same height as each other. They're always unique and different, just like humans. Okay, so let's go ahead and define some of that reflection. So they look like trees. Oops, just moved the camera. It doesn't have to be perfect. No, just because you're using a reference picture doesn't mean the picture has to, or your painting has to turn out the same way as the reference. So what I'm gonna do now is actually go over the grass. Now that that portion is kind of dry, I could definitely go over it now. Just have a really light hand. You know, make sure they're not on the same height. Kind of want it to be natural. I'm gonna add a little bit of pink in there just because it should be reflecting off the sky. Just it's a little too pink. That's okay. I always like to add a little bit of pink in my paintings just to show a little bit of whimsical feeling to it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So you can always go back a little bit and define the skies if you want. I want to put some more definitions on the sky. Dark here. So just keep adding the skies as defined as you want. Kind of wanted them dark, so that's why I added that. And yep, I think our painting is actually done now. So I hope you guys liked that and enjoyed that process. This is very easy to paint. All you need is a couple of paints, pretty much purple, orange, and pink to complete this paint. You don't have to have the most expensive materials. You just gotta start somewhere. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this painting, and it'll be my first YouTube video, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys could comment down below, that would be awesome. I love reading comments. And if you guys can thumbs this up so that I can make more videos for you guys. And let me know if you want me to make more videos like this where I'm speaking softly. And let me know if it's actually relaxing, because I would love to bring calmness and peacefulness in a world full of chaos right now. So yep, that's it. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.